Hey, it's Adam Zdroik. I'm going over Wednesday's slates at DraftKings. We got a two-gamer and we got a showdown of the week. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. What's up, everyone? Thanks for coming in here. RotoWire.com/soccer trial. We got a couple interesting slates. It's kind of divided in terms of, we got the five gamer yesterday. Now we have this two gamer with two pretty big favorites, and then we got the showdown of the week. I'm going to be going over a little bit the two gamer, not too much, and then kind of focusing a little more on the showdown of the week. But I just want to say, everyone, thank you for listening. This podcast, this YouTube, or I guess it was only the podcast, but so it wasn't, our beautiful faces here on YouTube or anything like that. But we were nominated for the best podcast sports series by the FSWA. So shouts to RotoWire Soccer. Also shouts to Jack Burkhart, who was nominated again for the Soccer Writer of the Year. So shouts to everyone for following along, listening to us, watching us. Make sure you like and subscribe this channel, RotoWire Soccer. Also, make sure you read all the articles. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. We're gonna have a post game match report coming up later today, as long as I can edit through that pretty quickly for the Aston Villa Newcastle match, the surprising Newcastle win at Aston Villa. And then we're going to actually start doing in case you're into MLS or you want to know more about MLS teams ahead of the season, in case you're going to be grinding MLS slates Saturday night, something like that. Once those start up in a month, we will have a 6-part series of MLS previews. So keep an eye out for that. It'll probably start up this week. But let's get into this slate here. We got one comment. Let's get it today from Nick. All right, so look at this. RotoWire.com/soccer trial, 48-hour trial. Get this cheat sheet. Manchester City are an 87% favorite. They are all priced. Pretty much all their players are priced like a 55% favorite, something like that. Kevin De Bruyne expected to start 80. Where is he? 8,100. If Haaland starts, I don't think he's going to start. He's been out 8 weeks with his injury, but he's going to be in the team. He's 8,700. No one is above 9K on this slate, despite having an 87% favorite. Actually, these clean sheet odds are down here for Ederson. They were 57%. Was it Tuesday or Monday? So now it's below 55% for a clean sheet here. Manchester City home against Burnley. So you have a couple ways of looking at this. You got to think that it's going to be, everyone's probably going to be 6 Man City pieces, just plugging in Man City players because they're so cheap, because it's so easy. I mean, we even go to defender, Ruben Diaz. Is Ruben Diaz going to be 50%? He's $2,900 as a 55% clean sheet center back. So pretty easy to plug in cheap center backs on this slate, because there are no, I would say there are no slam dunks. I mean, you could get different by going Pedro Porro, by going Udogi, by going Gavardiol even. I've heard rumors of Kyle Walker not being in starting 11, but he is there as well. So I guess if you want to get different, Cristiano Romero's 3,900. You would spend up on defenders. That's probably how you get different, a little bit on defenders. I'm not sure it's the correct strategy. I think you also get different by playing some Tottenham players, because with all the cheaper Man City players, how many people are going to be going towards James Madison's 8,800. We know that, but how many people are going to be playing Timo Werner at 7,300? Okay, maybe he doesn't start. Kulishevsky is always in play. He's 6K. Brennan Johnson hasn't had as many goals as some people would think, but he's 7,200. Richarlison's 8,400. How popular is Richarlison going to be when people are in the 8K range looking at Manchester City players? So that's kind of where I'm coming at. I think just for these matches, I think we could have, we see the odds here, implied goal total 2.72 for Man City, 2.08 for Tottenham. I think you look at it like, okay, Man City, 80% possession. Maybe they're just going to be patient. Maybe they're going to be patient in this game. And maybe it's going to be a game where, okay, 2-0, 3-0, really simple. Maybe Burnley will get a few shots off the counter. maybe they'll grab a goal on the counter because that seems to happen a lot to Ederson, kind of a thing, or maybe that doesn't happen. Either way, I mean, you look at it like that. How big of a floors are these guys going to have? Doku, De Bruyne, Foden, Alvarez. Everyone on the team can't have a 15-point floor with a goal or assist unless it's like a 6-0 win. So maybe if you think that 6-0 win is going to happen, kind of play like everyone else is going to play and just jam in 6-Man City pieces because it's not going to be that difficult. Otherwise, I think this Tottenham Brentford match is going to be a little more exciting. It's not going to be, okay, Tottenham 80% possession. We got James Maddison back in the team, a little healthier Tottenham squad, a healthier back line. Brentford, not as healthy. They've been allowing a ton of goals. Mark Flecken, notably. My nemesis is allowing a ton of goals here. And they don't have Sergio Reguilon for this against Tottenham because he's loan locked. So how are they going to line up? Are they going to line up in the same 3-5-2 look where they got Reerslev on the wing, Lewis Potter on the wing? I just think this one's going to be – it's more likely that we're going to get – for me personally, we're going to get 3-0 Man City and then like a 4-2 Tottenham against Brentford kind of thing. I just think it's going to be more up and down, more goals in this Tottenham Brentford game. Maybe that doesn't happen, but I think you do want to, for your third team, I think instead of using a $2,500 center back, I think maybe you play a cheaper Brentford or Burnley guy who can score. I think that's going to be another difference maker. So I'm not looking at whoever starts at center back for Burnley in this game. Who would we be looking at, I guess, is the question. So you'd want to be going Downey's 4,600, Zarauri, Odo Bear, Goodmunson, all these guys. So Lyle Foster, one of these guys scoring off the counter, you're basically hoping for 12 to 15 points from these Burnley guys. Brentford guys are a little more expensive, but I still think you can find room to make your third team with any of these guys. That said, James Trafford is 3,600, so your third team could be Trafford, and you don't have to worry about trying to find a random goal from any of these teams. So you could look at it like that. But now let's look at the showdown here. I've spent too long on this beautiful two-gamer. So let's go to the cheat sheet here for the showdown. And Liverpool is just kind of one of the harder lineups to project. And is Alexander-Arnold going to start? Is Joe Gomez going to start? Is Robertson going to start? Is Szoboszlai going to start? Is McAllister going to start? Is Gakpo going to come in here? Those are the questions with Liverpool. And then we also have questions of, okay, TAA, he's back from his hamstring injury. If he starts, is he going to go 90? Again, these teams all have matches coming up on the weekend. So there is a question of if Robertson and TAA both start, are either one of those going to go 90 based off injuries, based off time on the sidelines, based off Joe Gomez playing really well, based off Connor Bradley playing really well? We got a lot of questions right there. So you got to find somewhere who is not going 90 minutes for Liverpool. I guess that will be a difficult thing because, I mean, we've seen many times where, okay, Szoboszlai, and I mean, really any of these guys, any of the front three can go off early kind of a thing. So something to keep an eye on. But as seen in the cover photo on YouTube, Jurgen Klopp, this is Liverpool's first game since he announced his retirement. Is that correct? I just want to confirm that. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Was it? Let me check here. Wait, was it before or after this Norwich match? Either way, first league match since Klopp has announced that he's going to retire at the end of the season. And do you think Liverpool are going to lose this one? Let's look at the odds. Liverpool are at 59%, massive favorite here, considering they're playing Chelsea, 29% clean sheet. So basically, these odds are kind of similar to a Tottenham home against Brentford, 2.07 implied goal total. What's been happening lately? I guess I'll just shout out our betting show, Kits and Wit. Okay, yeah, Chris CR is confirming to us that this is Liverpool's first game since Klopp. That must have been Monday. I'm getting my days mixed up. He must have announced that on Monday, I believe, maybe. I don't know, or Sunday. I don't know. So a lot of these Liverpool games, sorry, I was going to say kits and wagers. That's what I was going with. Check that out. Podcast feed again. Uh, Nominated podcast feed. Kits and Wagers is in there. Also on our YouTube channel, we got a bunch of bets in there. We talk about this game a little bit in depth, but when you look at some of these games without Salah, even with Salah towards the end, Liverpool kind of start a lot of these games off slow. No matter the opponents, first 45 kind of starts slow, and then the second half, it kind of goes on a little bit. So I know this is a Ryan Belangi strategy. I'm pretty sure he's won money on Liverpool slates with substitutes. I think maybe was that a recent Liverpool, must have been a cup match where Darwin came in, maybe got a brace off the bench, something like that. I can't remember who exactly I was against, Fulham, something like that. Either way, whoever doesn't start in the front three for Liverpool, I'm less inclined to like Gakpo a little bit, but you can make a pretty big dent here, just in terms of finding these players off the bench and using whoever doesn't start. Let's say it's this lineup. We're going to get Gakpo off the bench probably in the 65th minute or something like that. Maybe it's 0-0 at that point, and he comes on, gets a goal and assist. You're going to get Gakpo at about 2%. So that is, I know, I don't want to say for a fact, but I know Ryan Belangi is going to use that strategy. While that strategy is getting a little more popular, I'm not sure how popular it'll be in this game. But so the TAA question, again, this is just one. Let me pull up the DraftKings contest here. This is just a game where, do you want to use TAA if he starts? Unfortunately, like, I'm not doing this while lineups are out, so I don't know who is starting. That would be a little more helpful, but TAA, if he starts, he's still going to be 60-70%. He's still going to be up there. Let me go scroll down on the floor here. He still has, pretty sure he has got the best floor. Yeah, he's up there. He's got the best floor basically on this slate. But then you remove, let's say you remove 20 minutes, you remove maybe 3 points for a floor. Maybe that percentage drops. Maybe there's more of a reason to fade him. Something to consider. There's going to be a lot of things to consider on this slate, because I think it's a guarantee we're going to get 5 subs for Liverpool. And the 5 subs could be really pretty much anyone here. I think this is, for me personally, Jurgen Klopp's, if this is his first game since announcing his retirement, you never walk alone. I'm not like a big Liverpool fan here. I'm not a Liverpool guy, but this is for me personally, this is a 5-1 Liverpool build. If you think Liverpool are gonna lose this match in Klopp's first home game since he announced retirement, good luck. Maybe you can still captain Broja. I'm pretty sure Broja's cheap. He's always cheap. Captain him, 6.6K. Get the Broja goal, and then do 5 Liverpool pieces. You do that if you want. You could go with a 3-1 win for Liverpool. Again, I talked about the 4-2 win for Tottenham kind of thing, just a bunch of goals, both teams score. Or you can go 2-0 Liverpool, 3-0 Liverpool. Maybe some of these guys also want a clean sheet for Klopp here. I know we got a full season left, but it's still fresh in everyone's minds here. So Alisson captain, I think, is definitely in play. Are we confident in Chelsea's attack? You can look at Chelsea's form away from home pretty much all season, but lately, their last away match, I believe it was at Middlesbrough, and they probably should have scored 3 goals, but they actually didn't score any. So that happens pretty frequently for Chelsea. So on the basis of that, maybe Alisson's also a goalkeeper, not like Ederson, who is like, okay, he's going to allow a goal and maybe make 1 save. Alisson will make 3 or 4 saves and get the winning clean sheet. So I think he's definitely in play for a captain. And then, honestly, there's a lot of, I don't think there's any locks for Liverpool. As funny as that sounds, like, I don't think TAA is a definite lock here. Again, it's not even guaranteed that he starts, but some people will guarantee the 90 minutes here, but I just don't see the full 90. And then again, how much does that matter? Maybe Liverpool gets 3 goals and TAA is at 25 points with an assist and 10 crosses. And okay, they're actually at Arsenal on Sunday. So I really don't think TAA is going to go 90 in this game. With Arsenal coming up, you can't risk that hamstring injury re-injury again with playing him too many minutes. But maybe you fade TAA just to get a little different. You can, again, just looking at captains here. I don't know if we want to talk about cash games at all. Fine, let's talk about cash games. What do we want to do at Chelsea? So we got Nkunku probably going to come off the bench at some point. So that's going to throw a little wrench into things. But how many set pieces are Chelsea going to get? I don't know. That's a good question. Let's look into some recent set piece numbers for Chelsea. Cole Palmer, Chill. Okay, that's right. I even mentioned Chilwell. I don't even think Chilwell. Last time we saw him, the last time he got a league start was in September. So I should mention that he started in a cup match probably about a week ago. Went about 60 minutes, and then came off the bench in their last league game. And then came off the bench in their last cup game. I don't know. So many games, getting a little confused here. But so Chilwell. So there's really we're not going to get, Cole Palmer taking all set pieces. Chilwell, it's clear that he's going to steal some set pieces. And then he got Nkunku off the bench. So I don't think there's any like must Chelsea plays here. You could really look at any of these guys. Gallagher, Enzo, always in play for just having a bunch of tackles kind of thing, but always in play for yellow cards. Enzo, what is Enzo? 5K. So, I mean, pretty cheap for just a piece to have in your team. No, there is a question with Nkunku coming off the bench. Who's he going to come on for? Is he going to be on it for Enzo? Is it going to be for Gallagher? So we do have some questions. And then, of course, Madueke is not in this projected, and Mudrik's not in this projected. So we also have substitutes for the Chelsea guys that we have to worry about. Disasi, if he starts at right back, Malagusto probably ready to come off the bench as well. Nicholas Jackson, I think he lost Monday in AFCON. Yes. So there is a slight chance that he actually will be on the bench for this game. And then there's another guy up front that Chelsea can have. So I think, both these teams probably going to use 5 subs. So I don't think anyone is definitely safe. Is it worth it to use Chilwell as your lone Chelsea piece in cash games? Maybe, but this isn't the easiest game. And you're probably looking at, again, 70, 75 minutes from Chilwell. He's 5,600, so he's kind of in that range of Enzo. I'm just trying to find like the one, if you do the 5-1 or 4-2, what is the one piece you're going to want to use from Chelsea? You're probably not going to want to spend on Cole Palmer. You're probably going to want to spend on some of the Liverpool pieces. But again, if you want to be different, go in some tournaments, captain Cole Palmer, and maybe he gets a brace. Liverpool win 3-2. Cole Palmer gets a brace, and then you fill the rest of your lineup with Liverpool pieces. Something like that. Not that difficult. Palmer probably most likely to go 85 plus minutes of really anyone in this attack. Probably. I mean, Caicedo, maybe he's most likely to go 90 on the team. You could look at it like that, but there's a few options, man. Probably not. Do you want Petrovic has 4 saves in each of his last 4 league matches? I do think the 3 goals are in play for Liverpool, so I don't want to play Petrovic in this. I think we want to try and go with Enzo. Hopefully he gets, maybe a couple shots, wins a couple tackles, kind of a thing. Draws a couple fouls, doesn't get a yellow card, and he's in like the 8-point range. Chilwell 5,600, maybe get a couple set pieces from him. Gallagher more in range for a yellow card. He's 5,800. So you got kind of this range, and then you got the Chelsea attackers. If you want to go even cheaper, I don't know who would he be looking at, but maybe in case Alfie Gilchrist starts at right back, but 3,200. Not sure that's where I'll go. Silva, Disasi, all these guys sub 4K. Caicedo's 3,800. I guess if you want to save some money, maybe go with Caicedo and hope he doesn't commit too many fouls. You can go there. And then, as I mentioned, Broha is 4,400, and he's always cheap. So there's your Chelsea options. This is a pretty weird, interesting slate. First off, we have, lineup questions. Second off, both teams, it seems like they're probably going to use 5 subs. There's no guarantees. There's no set. The questions on TAA's minutes, the questions on set pieces for Chelsea. Soboslai returning to the starting 11 as well. Minutes concerns with him. Previously we had McAllister almost taking every set pieces in some games. So we have a lot of questions. Again, who do we want in cash games? I don't know. Captain, TAA, go with Alisson. If Robertson starts, do you go with him for his 70 minutes? I don't know. I think we kind of moved away from Robertson with the way they've been playing this season and DFS a little bit. Let's just double check what Robertson's price is. I'm rambling a little bit here, but this is kind of a rambling slate. 6,200. Soboslai, do you want to play Soboslai here for 70 minutes? He's 7K. Curtis Jones has been playing well. He's 5,400. Maybe you just play the forwards. The price difference is pretty extreme. Jota is 10.6K. If Salah was playing in this game, Diego Jota would actually be more expensive than him, which kind of doesn't make sense. Darwin Nunez is 10K. Luis Diaz, who I believe had probably the biggest game of anyone in the last cup game, is 7,800. So he's cheapest. So you could go two Liverpool guys, two Liverpool forwards kind of thing. I mean, this is just a difficult slate. I'm talking in circles here. Let's get back to this cash lineup. Okay, let's do TAA. We'll do Enzo. Joe Gomez. Maybe Joe Gomez if he starts. Maybe he's most likely to go 90 because someone opposite of him will go off early. I'm playing Alisson for the heck of it. Maybe I'm just going to play Alisson in all my lineups. I'll play one forward. Who's the forward we want to play? Let's play Darwin. Do we want to play Szoboszlai? I don't know. Curtis Jones is in here. McAllister back to his normal role of not really doing a ton. Curtis Jones, we got about 9K here. Maybe you find room to get up to Jota, another 1,600. This is a tough slate. I don't know if I helped anyone here, but first off, I'll just say probably going to lean heavily on the 5-1 Liverpool build. And once the lineups come out, figure out what you want to do. I'm gonna build an Alisson lineup here. I'm gonna build an Alisson lineup and try and get a bunch of players who I think are gonna play 90 minutes. I'm also gonna pull up Liverpool's last cup match to check on minutes. So let's try and base off Liverpool's last cup match to see who's more likely to go 90 minutes. Jota went 90 minutes and Gakpo went 90 minutes in that game. So probably neither one of those guys are going to go 90 minutes in this game. So if Gakpo and Jota start, I would say they're most likely to be subbed off at forward. So let's go off the basis of that. Diaz came off the bench in the 79th minute in that one. Maybe he's more likely than we expect to go 90. Darwin Nunez started and went 66 minutes in that game. Maybe he's more likely to go 90 than Gakpo and Jota. So if we look at the last game at Bournemouth, Darwin went 90 minutes. That's when he got the brace. The following game, he went 66 minutes. Okay, let's go off the basis of that. I know we have Arsenal coming up, but that is still a few days away. So let's just say Darwin goes 90. Assuming these three start, we'll say Darwin is most likely to go 90, and then Diaz and Jota are more likely to be subbed off. So let's go off that. So those are two subs right there. And we'll say if Joe Gomez starts, only one of the fullbacks will be subbed off. Maybe. So that's three substitutes. McAllister, assuming he's fine, assuming he's 100% fit, let's say he goes 90. So Szoboszlai is probably not going to go 90. He's back from injury. So Curtis Jones, will he go 90? So we're looking at maybe one of the fullbacks, like TAA, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, probably two midfielders, two forwards get subbed off. So that's five forwards right there. So let's try and build off of this. So we got Alisson captain. We got Darwin. Let's just captain. Let's not captain. Let's just use TAA. Screw it. Let's have TAA in this lineup. Maybe we go Virgil van Dijk. Maybe we just think, okay, this is going to be, I don't know, 10 plus corners for Liverpool. And we're going to get Van Dijk he's going to be getting so many chances in front of net. So let's put him in this lineup. So we got Alisson, Darwin, TAA, Van Dijk. Who do we want from Chelsea in this group? Let's fill out the final Liverpool piece before we get to Chelsea here. I don't care about who I'm throwing in Chelsea here. Do we want one of the forwards? If we think there's going to be, maybe with this Alisson captain, maybe use two forwards if you think there's going to be 3+ goals for Liverpool. But if you think it's going to be okay, maybe a little safer, 2-0 kind of a thing, Maybe you just get maybe throw in another defender. Maybe Harvey Elliott starts. Did he play against Norwich? Harvey Elliott did not play against Norwich. So Harvey Elliott, I guess, is an option also coming to the starting 11. Maybe over Curtis Jones. We'll see about that. So do you want McAllister? Let's look at some of his game logs here. When he wasn't, it's not really that pretty here, but I guess once TAA goes out of the lineup, maybe you have McAllister taking set pieces in the final 20. I guess you can look at it like that. So I'm just going to put Jota in here. He's kind of been playing well. Oh, okay, yeah, Jota in here. And then the final spot, we pretty much just have room for one of these Chelsea guys. So pretty easy, just like that. Enzo Fernandez, $500 remaining. So, you could go two attackers. You're going to have the money with Alisson captain. You could have, I added Van Dijk in this lineup. You don't need Van Dijk or Konate in this lineup. So a lot of ways you can go. Anyways, I don't know how helpful this was. This is just kind of a weird slate. A lot of minutes concerns, a lot of lineup concerns here. But I do think that we're going to get Liverpool a multi-goal win here. So whether it's 2-0, 3-1, I'm going to be on the Liverpool side here. Specifically for my bets and specifically for my lineups. But thank you for watching this. Maybe we'll have something tomorrow. We'll see what the contest look like for Thursday's slate. We'll see what my schedule looks like for Thursday's slate. But thank you for watching this. I think we got a 3-gamer on Saturday, so we'll have the usual stuff then. You can find RotoWire Soccer at RotoWire Soccer on Twitter or RotoWire Soccer on YouTube. RotoWire.com/soccer trial. It's a 48-hour trial. Thank you, everyone, for watching this. Make sure to give a thumbs up. Tell all your friends to subscribe to this channel as well. We passed 1K a few months ago. Let's get to 2K here. We only got about 900 more to go, but let's get to 2K by the start of the next season, let's say. How about that? Thank you for watching this. Good luck on this slip.